Take action now if you really want to survive hard times that are coming. Hey everybody, it's Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. A lot of talk in the prepper community about stockpiling food, water, all the things. Gaining skills, very important. If you really want to get through tough times, hard times, depression, food shortages, SHTF, WROL, without rule of law, situations, collapse, any of these kind of things. What do you need? Well, skills, yes, of course. Food stockpiled, yes, of course. But I'm going the direction of how do you maintain that? How do you keep going if it's a long-term event? How are you going to be successful? What do you need to do? But before I get into that, please subscribe. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers. Hoo-yah! I really want to reach more people. Really. I've been really frustrated, down on myself lately. Really want to put out good content. It's just bam! Awesome. And because I want to empower more people. I want more assets out there instead of liabilities. So please subscribe, hit the like button. That's that thumbs up down there. There's also a little heart with a thanks in it if you want to help us out here. Help us out, getting the materials I need, everything I need to do this for you guys, as well as, taking care of my family, doing the things. Please hit that, donate to the channel if you feel like it. Also, comment on the videos, share the videos, do all that kind of stuff. It's really important that not just my channel, but all prepper channels, homestead channels, all channels are encouraging people to be self-reliant, self-sufficient, and to be assets instead of liabilities are important. Go out and support them. Subscribe to them. Do all those things for them also. Building the community is important. I'm not the only talking head here. There's a lot of great channels out there. I want all of us to reach more people, to make a difference. I know we say that one person, you make a difference. Great. I get emails all the time about the fact that I'm helping, and I really hope I am. I really hope I am. So anyway, let's get into the basics of this. It kind of comes back down to the thing where homesteaders and preppers need to be like this. Militias. I know that's a bad M word. I'm talking constitutional. I'm not talking about hate-filled organizations. I'm not talking about organizations that just are chomping at the bit for violence. Nothing like that. Those organizations need to be like this with preppers and homesteaders. Those three organizations, if those three groups of people, if they work together, we will be much more likely to be able to survive or to get through whatever's coming. So, the direction I'm going with this one specifically is the self-sufficiency, self-reliance. How are you going to be able to provide for you, your family, your tribe, your group? Are you going to be one of those guys out there, boots on the ground, running and gunning, patrolling, security, all that kind of stuff? Great. If you are, if you have the capability, the tools, the equipment, the training, the physical ability, physical fitness is key, then that's great. But they will not be effective. Those people will not be effective without a backup system, without a chain of supply. That is why I highly advocate every single one of you grow something. Grow some food. Also, not just that, but part of the stockpiling food, you can go to the grocery store and just buy food. Go to the fruits, vegetables, all that kind of stuff, meats, whatever. Buy the stuff and then home can it yourself or store it for long-term food storage. You don't have to just can, meaning jar, home jarring, home canning, the stuff that you produce in your garden. Although the ability to garden is very important, raising your own animals. Because in a long-term event, society nowadays is not, in generally speaking, is not as well equipped to deal with a depression than people were back in the Great Depression. Back then, people were a lot more self-sufficient. That we were closer to an agrarian society. There were a lot more farmers, a lot more ranchers, a lot more people grew their own gardens. I love seeing that. When I'm driving around, I see houses with, gardens or chicken coops and stuff like that. It's awesome. That gets me fired up. What I hate seeing is when I'm driving around, I see like these, a house with this nice, big, huge lawn and stuff like that, and they're watering it and spending all this money on it and stuff like that. And even my 5-year-old girl she points out, she's like, oh, hey, look at all that area that they could grow food. Yeah. Well, it'll come to a time when people will get on board with that if they live long enough. But yes, growing your own garden, raising your own animals, and networking with people that do similar things. If you don't have the ability to raise your own animals, then network with people like that, homesteaders that are raising their own cows, raising their own chickens, stuff like that. Here, I gotta check the time. Okay, because you guys know about my rural high-speed internet, and it takes forever to upload videos, so I can't make them too long. But yes, interacting with tribe, that's another thing that's very important. It's not just about you. I can't do everything myself. I cannot be the single point failure for my family, for my tribe, for people around me that are depending on me and depending on us working together to survive. I may be taken out day one. I have a lot of skills and a lot of abilities and a lot of good equipment and training and stuff like that, but you never know. That one person could get lucky. That group could just overwhelm me, whatever. The ability to protect and defend what you have is very important also. We talk about that on Patreon. Patreon's link in the description below. $1 a month, just tons of content on there. And I'm also posting up my workouts there so that you can see what I do for workouts to stay physically active, physically fit. I'm not in my 20s anymore, okay? But physical fitness is key. And it's not just the guys going to be out there patrolling, boots on the ground type stuff. It's everybody. The more fit you are, the better off you'll be. And I'm not saying you have to be a professional triathlete or anything like that, some Olympic athlete. No, you don't have to be a bodybuilder, nothing like that. Functional fitness, real stuff. Can you carry those buckets of dirt around? Can you sit out there and weed the garden? Can you carry all the stuff you need to do? Can you do all these things? Everything's going to be more difficult in an SHTF scenario, especially a long-term, grid-down, whatever type event. So not just growing your own garden in and or on your property. It could be guerrilla gardening, somewhere where there's a vacant lot or something like that, and you can plant some Jerusalem artichokes or some potatoes or some other invasive species that is edible, like Japanese knotweed or nipplewort or dock or plantain or wild chamomile, all these different things. There's a lot you can do, and I hope that you are doing it. I want to empower you guys to do these things because long term, you're going to have to be able, you can't just have that food storage. Because like I've said before, other channels have said, when you open up that first bucket, you start that stopwatch on your life. And how much is your life worth? Is it worth the time and effort to do a little bit of gardening, raising some animals, stuff like that? Or do you not care about your life? If you're here, I know you care. So encourage others. Build tribe, build community, raise your own animals, grow your own gardens, and make sure that you're taking advantage of that, of every aspect of it. Like, for example, one thing the other day, carrots. So we're harvesting carrots, right? How many of you know that carrot greens are edible? Why waste them? Don't waste anything. Because in a big event, you're not going to waste anything. You're going to have to eat everything you possibly can. Carrot greens are edible. So dehydrate them. Crumple them up, throw them in a jar, grind them down into powder, make some nutrient powder, mix it with a bunch of other things, mix it with the wild edibles you find, whatever. I've been doing that a lot lately. My dehydrator's running 24/7, and we're starting to produce a lot out of our garden now, so we need to get on canning. Also, we haven't started canning yet this year, but we need to get on that. I've been hooking other people up. I've been networking. I've been giving a lot of the produce that I've been growing so far to tribe members that have big families and are trying to establish their homesteads, stuff like that, so they didn't get a chance to get their garden in. So that's an important aspect. Don't look at things like that like say, oh, this is my food. I gotta can it and keep it for my stuff. No. Giving to others, helping others, building that tribe. Being there for them is very important so that they'll be there for you, but you're not doing it selfishly. You're not doing it because you want them to owe you. No, you're doing it because out of the goodness of your heart, you want to honestly build those relationships because you care about those people. That's really important. So tribe, very important. Producing your own food, very important. And we've been hearing a lot about water also. So if you're still here watching this video, we're going to talk about water now a little bit. I put water in everything. I've talked about that before. I've shown you guys, even milk jugs. I don't care because you know why? That is not water I'm going to drink. It's not potable water. What I can use that for is I can use that for flushing toilets. I can use that for watering the garden. I can use that for, I don't know, whatever anything else I needed to use for. I also sanitize containers that can hold potable water. 2-liter soda bottles or liter soda, whatever they are. Yeah, the big soda bottles, big water bottles. Even I'll tell you what, cat litter that comes in those the plastic containers. I fill those up with water because that can be garden watering water. That can be flushing water. That can be probably even bathing water because that would be okay. It's just, it had some, cat litter in it. I rinse it out really well anyway. Think about these things. It's not just the water that you need to drink. It's not just a gallon a day. That's what you need to drink. And more maybe in the summer, depending on your environment, where you're at. I'd say 3 to 5 gallons per person per day is more realistic. And you want to have, as much as you can. People are like, well, how much water should I have? Well, as much as you possibly can. More than you have now. That's always key. I've been looking into getting one of those big water tanks, 3, 5, 8,000 gallon water tanks. Yeah, so that may be in the works. But your ability to source water is important. Do you have a well? Is it electric? Can you get water out of it when it's off grid? There's a company, Buffalo Pumps, not affiliated with them whatsoever. Did a bunch of research about them. Yeah, they're a little bit expensive, but they will draw the head on a deep well, which is really important. It could be well worth that money. Also, do you know where all the streams, rivers, lakes, ponds, swimming pools, all that stuff is in your area of operations, where you live? Think about things like that. It's very important. It's about long-term survivability. It's not just about that short term. It's not just about having a month of food. Because I want to live longer than a month, right? And I don't want to be in the situation where I'm forced to become a predator and prey upon others. No. That's no bueno. I will take care of my family. I will do what it takes. But that's why I'm setting myself up, and I highly advocate you guys set yourselves up so that you don't have to get into that role. Because that role is, like I said, no bueno. I love you guys. I care about you guys. I want you to be better. I want you to be more prepared. I want you to be able to take care of your family, your loved ones, all the people you care about. And to not become that predator. We're going to have enough problems on our hands. We don't need more predators out there. We need more good people that are prepared. So spread the message, spread the love, have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.